little bit of an unknown when it comes to that. 420PeachIt is actually one of our best Peach, if not the best Peach that we have as well. So this is a high caliber set from one of Puerto Rico's best. And now this is an interesting pick because we have seen ReN's Wolf come out, but he has been picking up the Cloud just to deal with some matchups, such as, for example, Steve from VGBootCamp.
Yeah, I really like the idea of going Cloud here too, because Wolf's Nair plays the game for you, but it's not as easy against Peach as it is against some other characters, because you watch a Nair, but Peach is constantly floating away from you, and Peach has really good ledge traps against a character who has not the greatest overall recovery. But when it comes to Cloud, that destroy is smacking you out of there repeatedly, and we've seen a lot of history, of course, coming from Cola and others against Ling and other Peaches, and it has not been easy.
DLC has definitely spelled a little bit of a death scenario for Peaches everywhere. From Smash Wii U, most of the characters that have disjointed hitboxes can give Peach a hard time. And I also know that they have difficulty versus heavies because they get really overzealous when it comes to the pressure that a heavy can have in the first place, right? But now we're seeing ReN as actually dominating the neutral a lot more, racking up that percentage onto PeachIt as we see the limit almost coming out. So it's going to be pivotal for ReN to continue to maintain that stage control and not get those combos in by Peach.
Trying to find a way back on the stage right now. Limit is on deck, so you have to watch out for up B out of shield. It's not going to get pulled, and it's going to send you back off stage. You're going to be forced to burn Limit, so you got to be very careful how you approach it. No punish there on the dash attack, and not even a throw or anything for it. They're still coming through. It's a very scary situation to be right next to Cloud, of course, but this first stock still not disappearing. They're both playing very scared here at kill percents, but I think it's because you have to, as Epto finally does it.
Again, the range is actually going to be very important, specifically on this matchup overall. And it's going to be pivotal for ReN to actually not get too on the outside, because we know that it's definitely an exploitable recovery on Cloud's side. Maintaining the stage control and actually applying the pressure, just throwing out the hitboxes when it comes to back airs and forward tilts to keep Peach guessing as to how they're going to approach.
Yeah, and that turn up trying to put, I like the answer. It didn't end up getting him back, but I really like what ReN did as the single hit side B to stall around the turnip, because usually that forces you to take a different route. Unfortunately for ReN, he didn't really have another route to take because he was already out of resources.
Actually sending Peach onto the outside this time, and good usage of the Blade Beam as well, just to get Peach out of the flow so they don't have a free ticket to actually go into the stage. It's going to be pretty difficult for them to actually continue on the pressure, though, as we see the limit actually coming up with 96%. Let's see what option is going to go for. He's actually opting in for the empty hop grab because he knows that PeachIt is actually paying attention to the limit.
If I'm PeachIt, I'm looking for a lot of these. Well, that's going to be a stock. And looking for the wrong option on get up, that's what you're looking for. But also, watching for how aggressive ReN has been at a disadvantage. Like, he is almost, other than that spot, because he's up a whole stock, he's been almost always swinging with a falling up air or some type of aggressive option, and PeachIt hasn't punished it like once yet. Like, there we go again, forward out of shield and getting down tilted afterwards. He's got to mix up his spacing to get away, because ReN has been really aggressive on landing, and PeachIt has done nothing about it.
Whenever ReN plays, he always likes to go for the optimal punish. He always likes to follow up with something that's going to be pretty much confirmed or put you in a situation where you know you are going to be in trouble all the time. That's why the Limit Blade Beam actually came out as he expected the roll.
I mean, even right there, like trying to get a cross up to get a punish on that situation, Cloud doesn't give you many of those options. If he lands, you're getting up beat or you're getting smacked away. You have to capitalize when Cloud lets you get it. And ReN is just seeing through it, saying, look, you're doing nothing about it. I'm going to keep doing it, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Forward air finally comes through. You now have gimpable territory, of course, on Cloud, but that's only if ReN actually goes to ledge, which he's not. You smartly fight in center stage to make sure PeachIt doesn't gimp you here.
At the same time, now racking up the damage a little bit more with 25%. Now PeachIt is actually recognizing, I'm not going to fight you on the ledge, because that's where basically you've been getting all of your stocks and baiting out those defensive options. Now ReN is actually doing a really good job at reacting to the option that they're going to go for. Neutral get up that time after jumping get up that got red after the roll. Went for another jump get up that time and actually sealed it with a back air.
Yeah, that one, it wasn't even so much of a read. It's just like, just option coverage. Like, I caught you with dash attack last time. You're more inclined to believe I'm not going to dash attack now because I'm directly on top of ledge. But I could fade in and I could cover a lot. So back air, you're too aggressive, like you said before, jumped just before that. I feel like PeachIt was being a bit obvious and disadvantaged, whereas ReN was extremely obvious with how aggressive he was at disadvantage. It's just that PeachIt never did anything about it, so why change?
Yeah.
There's no reason to change. It does not matter if it looks frustrating, if it seems like it's something that could be like, oh, I don't really want to do this. If they keep getting hit by it, keep doing it.
Doing really well now, actually switching up to game 2. Small battlefield is going to be the name of the game, so definitely a smaller stage this time. PeachIt does like to play a lot up close and personal, which is why FD is one of his favorite stages. And just to avoid getting on the platforms, just getting those combo situations in. But so far, it's been looking pretty good right at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely a little bit better. Reading double jumps. There you go. There you go. PeachIt now moving away from things like the forward air, catching the aggressive option, knowing that he's probably going to do something. That time, ReN did react to getting hit at a disadvantage, so mix it up by going for an empty jump into down air, and he tried to do it again. Says he got punished one time by forward air, now he's trying 2 empty jumps, and PeachIt seeing through it. Now you have ReN playing a bit more afraid out of disadvantage.
Doing so far so good. The adaptation by PeachIt has actually been pretty marked after the cross slash for 96%. Now similar situation to what we're seeing. I would like to see maybe a little change in the tempo when it comes to his recovery. The blade beam is going to hit him. There was no option for PeachIt there.
Yeah, that one was a checkmate situation. You already committed to Umbrella. There was nothing you could do. But PeachIt did get him to 147. So this is all this. I mean, you're gonna take side B, but all this is just one solid back air. Or all right, never mind. The back air might actually never come. PeachIt, you gotta hit him. Dash attack. It's not enough because that move is strong, but so reactable on DI, especially on like wider ranges. There finally does it. Well, took 55% in exchange.
We got our first Stitch face as well, Ajax. So let's see if he can actually get some percentage into that. Actually, good percentage. Actually, just barely missing that second mark.
Hey,
which could have been very important for the momentum.
You won neutral once and evened the game up. So even though you didn't get the whole stock, that's still a win.
It's pretty good so far. What do you think of the way that PeachIt has been actually trying to get those get-up options? Because I feel like maybe he could start delaying them a little bit more,
to be honest,
to change the tempo.
I actually agree with what you were just about to say. Side B does, the cross slash comes out because the dash attack got a little bit obvious there, but I feel like a lot of what PeachIt's approaches on ledge have been very flowcharty to the point where it's easy to know. You have to use more fadeaway down airs, have turn up and hit or anything. Just play it right around the middle of neutral get up and roll range to force a get up option and then punish. Because Peach is so good at reacting to the defensive option after. Like right now, jump squat, put a float out. But right there, if you put a float out and you fade away, you get out of the distance of get up attack or there you go. That time did nothing about it, but that's what you need to do in order to beat Cloud off the ledge.
And so far, so good for ReN as he continues to adapt after having a little bit of a hiccup right at the beginning of the game. We are seeing his stock actually left 61% of extra credit. It's pretty good damage onto Peach, and we are seeing that PeachIt is actually having a little bit of difficulty to rack up that damage as well as taking those stocks early.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that PeachIt backed away because Cloud doesn't have like a super fast item throw, so you can actually pressure a character when they don't immediately throw it. That is what we call an unfortunate SD. I don't use the word unfortunate unless it's absolutely necessary. That one just sucks when that happens. So ReN is going to go ahead and take it. PeachIt was adapting a lot better. I saw moments of clarity where reacting better to the aggressive play at a disadvantage. Got hit every single time for it game 1. Recognized it once. ReN knew. Tried to mix it up. Got one empty jump down tilt. Tried to go empty jump again for a grab. Got grabbed for it because he knew that he was going to do it. And then on ledge, messed up the float, but then